welcome and welcome back. My name is Kayla and this is Kayla Makes It. I am here on Halloween, so October 31st, and I'm going to record hopefully today and get this out to you guys on Friday. So hope you guys are having a great Halloween. We don't celebrate Halloween like all out. We do kind of the fun dress up stuff, but don't get into real scary type stuff and that sort of thing. At least I don't anymore. So what are you guys doing on Halloween? I'm doing nothing. Well, not nothing. I'm gonna knit or crochet. I'm gonna knit or crochet, or I'm gonna knit and crochet. That's the plan. That's usually how I spend my evenings these days. So, my oldest has to work, and he's bummed because he loves Halloween. And then my oldest daughter, I'm not sure what she's doing. But my youngest, she's 12, and she's decided that she's not trick-or-treating, but she wants to go to a friend's house and hand out candy to trick-or-treaters. So I think that's fun. So I got her some candy that she can take over to her friend's house. And I just ran to Dollar General down the road. And it's funny because they were all out of all Halloween candy. So I got like regular bags of candy, and it's so much more expensive that way. But I got her some Reese's and Krabby Patties and Lifesavers because that's pretty much all they had that was individually packaged that, you know, could go a little bit further. But it's a little bit of a variety of chocolate and not chocolate sweet candy. So she will enjoy handing that out, I'm sure. Let's see. I do have some finished objects. Well, let's back up again. For some reason, I always forget this, but you can find me on Instagram as kayla.makes.it, and I will be on Ravelry. I am on Ravelry as Kayla1Pearl1. So check me out over there. I do post my some of my progress on stuff. I can't talk today, man. I post my stuff on Instagram pretty frequently, and then I do make sure that my stuff is on a project page on Ravelry. Man, the words are just not coming today. I don't know what my problem is. Maybe I need to have more caffeine. Okay, so works in progress. I will say I don't have any finished objects, and I've been working on something that didn't work out. I'll actually start with that yarn. I just have it in a little Vera Bradley. I think this is like a bottle, like a insulated bottle bag or something. I'm not really sure. It's actually very old. A little Vera Bradley insulated bag. And I may have, I don't know if I even showed this in the last episode or not. I was having a heyday with this project. This is sock yarn. It's fingering, superwash merino, and nylon. I'll make sure the information of where I got this yarn is in the description. I did purchase this on Etsy a little while ago. On an old video, you probably saw, you probably saw where I had it in the hank as like an acquisition, because I didn't get it too long ago. This was supposed to be a hat for, oh, I think I do remember. I did share it in my last video. Wow, the brain's not working. Okay, so I started out knitting it, and I may have already told you this, but I started out knitting, and the needle was slightly too big. It was a size 4. And so it was slightly too big. But I was also using bamboo needles, and it was just like a tactile nightmare for me. I did not like how it was feeling. So I thought, well, I'll just crochet. So I separated the skein and started holding it double to crochet a hat. And that was going okay, but I wasn't like crazy about it. Like, I just wasn't excited. So I'm like, well, I'm going to try it with stainless steel circular needles. So I ordered some ChiaoGoo, 16-inch, I think size 3 is what I ended up getting. And it was working great. And so I was following a pattern. Of course, I didn't check gauge. So I got started on that, and I got the brim done, and it's not going to be big enough for anything. It's not going to be big enough. So I decided to just put yarn through it and put it on hold. And when I feel like making this for someone, like I want to have someone in mind when I make this, because who it was intended for was an adult with an adult size head. And so I'm like, I don't want to rip all this out because I've made progress and I like the way it's working up. And so I thought, well, I'll just hold on to it until I figure out who exactly I want this hat to go to. So it's just kind of on hold right now. But I do love the way it's looking. I think it's very pretty. So the hat that I was making was for one of my friends at work. And so since I'm not using that yarn to make the hat that I purchased with the intention of using it for my friend, I had to choose a different yarn. And so one that I went with is Malabrigo, Arroyo, 249 Talisman. And I got this at a local yarn shop at some point in my life. I can't even remember. I think it was a long time ago. But I've already caked it up. I have not cast it on yet. But I really love these colors. I think they're so, so beautiful. And I think that she will like these colors as well. So let's see, that yarn, if you're not familiar with it, it is, I'm using a DK sport weight, so I get 335 yards and 100 grams. And it's 100% superwash merino. So this will be one of my next cast-ons. Just depends on if I feel like working with it. Right now I was going to cast it on, but then I just decided to pick up something else that I was already working on. So I do want to cast this on sooner rather than later, just because we are getting into chilly weather. Although today feels pretty good. It's like in the 60s, almost 70s here in Indiana. And it is so windy outside, so windy. I went out to get the mail and it just like was about to blow me away. I even took a little video. I'll put it in here. I took a little video because my hair was like all flipped sideways and I thought it was funny. So anyway, I would like to cast that on sooner rather than later. That way she can wear it this winter. Well, it's chilly. I made a little bit of progress on my Beetlejuice socks. I did start the heel flap with, if you remember, the yarn that I'm using. Oh, I dropped something. And so I think that looks really good with it. That gray, I think it looks really good with the rest of that. So I think I was right here when you last saw me. I'm super slow because I bounce around to so many different projects. Oh no, my yarn got caught in my stitch marker. I could probably do this later. I may have to do that later because it's not coming out very well. But I was right here. So I did probably another repeat of the rows and then started the heel flap. So I would like to get through heel flap gusset decreases this weekend. Yeah, these were my October socks. It would have been nice to get them done by today, but I didn't. And I've got it in my Beetlejuice bag. Love this little bag that I made. Another project you've seen before is the hat I'm making my niece. Oh, and I can't remember how far in depth I got talking about it, but the hat, all of the knitting and frogging and crocheting and frogging, I spent a lot of time working on that, so it doesn't really look like I made much progress this week. But this hat for my niece, it's another Zoom hat. I have gotten to the point where I have it on double pointed needles. I could probably finish this tonight if I pick it up tonight. But I was here last week, and so I've done a lot of decreases and I'm almost done. And so that will make me very happy because this is a Christmas present. I love this yarn. I believe it's Rainbow Bright, and it's like big twist value yarn. It's really soft, and it's just so fun. I think that is such a fun color scheme for a little girl. And I do have this yarn that I'm going to add to my my crochet corner to corner crochet throw blanket that I'm making myself. I haven't pulled that out in a while. It's right over there. I think I'm going to take that to the living room. That way I can pick it up and work on it a little bit. It's not the highest priority, but I'd like to make some progress. So a row here and there would be progress. So I think I will get that out. And I just have it in my little clear makeup bag. I did cast on, well, I didn't cast it on. It's crochet. What's it called when you start a crochet project? Do you hook it on? Do you loop it on? What do you do? It's not actually in a project bag because I went to small group last night, and I wanted to work on something during our like Bible study small group session. So this is I have my Bible in here. I just ordered this thing. It's easily distracted by cats and books. It's got a little pocket on the outside, and I stuffed this project in there because I didn't have a project bag handy and I was trying to get out the door fast. But I am making a towel as another gift for my coworkers. Oh, there's the hook. I was like, oh no, it fell out. I'm not using a pattern for this. I'm kind of just coming up with my own thing here. But I am using a 5.5 millimeter hook. This is not one of my clover hooks. I think this is one that I got just like in a set, like an Amazon set. And it's, I love this cotton that you can get at Hobby Lobby. And this color is teal, 332 teal, 100% cotton. And I have started the bottom section. I have another skein of this, but I almost wonder if I might need to make it a nice long towel. I might need to get another skein. But I really love the way it's working up. What I did here, I think I chained 46 and then started lemon peel stitch and did that for several rows. I don't even know how many rows. I'd have to count them. And then I started doing alternating front and back post half double crochets for 3 rows. And then I alternated like on the row back. That way you get like I would back post into a front post from the previous row. That way I get that nice ridge. And then after those 3 rows, I went back to the lemon peel stitch. And I love the way the color is fading, where it's kind of like dark, light, dark, light. You can see in the yarn how you get that effect, and it's actually way prettier once it's worked up. I love how it's turning out. And then once I get to the other end of the towel, I'm going to end it the same way. So there's going to be a lot of lemon peel in between, and then I'm going to go back and do 3 rows of the front and back post, half double crochet, and then I'll need to count how many that is. So, but I think I like the texture because it gives it a little something different than just plain single, double, or half double. But I like how it kind of closes in, so it's not really so airy, but it's still like a soft, flexible fabric that it could be used nicely in the kitchen, because that's what we want. We want our things to be used. If I gifted something like this to my grandma, she would never use it. She has my very first crochet project I've ever made, and it's tucked away in a cedar chest somewhere, and I would have loved for her to use it, but it also makes me very happy that she loves it so much that she's protecting it in a cedar chest. If I can find a picture, I'll put it up, and I'm very proud of it. I faded the yarn in different sections, so like I went from white to black and purple in between, so it was like 2 strands of white, a strand of white and light purple, then the next section was 2 of light purple, and then the next section was a strand of light purple and dark purple. You get the picture. And so it was a nice fade, and the shape of it ended up way longer than the proportion of the width of it, so it was like really long, but she loved it, and it's still in very good shape because she's protected it. And that was many years ago, probably like, how old am I now? That's probably 20 years ago. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I do like the way this is working up. I don't know, I may write this pattern up as a free pattern because it'd be simple to throw out there if anyone's interested in having that. But yeah, hopefully I can knock this out pretty soon and then check another gift off of my list of handmade gifts that I have intended for my work friends. And maybe I'll actually find a project bag to use. What am I using this? Oh, something's in here. Yeah, I'll find something different. So I need to find a project bag to put this in. Okay. I haven't made any more progress on the mushroom granny square cardigan. Actually, I think I may have made like another green and another tobacco colored square, but not enough to like show you anything different. I did do the math last night. I got my iPad out and I drew a picture, and it's yeah, not a great representation of my artistic ability, but it helped me get the math down. So once now I know how many squares that I need to make, so that will be helpful in, you know, knowing how far I've made it on all the squares that I've made. So I still have a little ways to go, but this weekend is hopefully going to be a pretty chill weekend. So I hope to just chill and knit and crochet, and I can make some progress on some of these projects. Yeah, so I have a list of so many things that I want to get done. Part of that being my new grandbaby's due on Valentine's Day, and I haven't started anything for her. It's a little girl, and I don't know. It's not that I'm not motivated. I keep dreaming of things that I could make, but nothing seems good enough. And I'm really motivated by testing patterns, but I don't know anybody that has any like infant or toddler or child patterns out for testing, because I need that motivation to help me choose something, because right now there's so much to choose from, and I'm like, do I spend my time knitting or crocheting? And I don't know why I can't choose what to do. But if you know of anybody who's needing testers for, you know, baby stuff, I would be very interested in doing that. Because I'm not going to test anything else as far as like adult garments. I did test that hat recently. And maybe I'll make a little baby version hat or something. I don't know, but I don't know why I can't start making something for her. What's wrong with me? Okay. I really think that's all I have to talk about. I don't have any acquisitions, no finished objects. Like, I'm just seriously slacking. But hopefully I'll have several things for you next episode, because I have a few things that are close to being done. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a fun, happy Halloween and a great weekend. Enjoy this breezy, wonderful fall weather we have, and whatever kind of weather you have wherever you're at. So have a blessed day, and I will see you next time. Bye.